You ever wonder if we're all gonna die in a war? Well, I'm a historian. And although I can't predict the future, I can tell you that there will be wars in the future, and it's not just war between nations. There has also been a rise in civil wars and conflicts between non-state actors like militias and terrorist groups. It's just the nature of human beings. We have a long history of violence, and we don't seem to be getting any better at it. In fact, according to a new report from the International Institute for Strategic Studies, the number of armed conflicts around the world has increased by 400% since 1990. This is because new technologies are making warfare more efficient. There's a growing emphasis on achieving strategic goals through a combination of military, economic, and diplomatic means. This is a departure from the traditional view of war as a purely military conflict. For example, in the current war in Ukraine, the US and its allies have imposed economic sanctions on Russia and provided military aid to Ukraine. At the same time, they have also sought to isolate Russia diplomatically. In the past, war was a long and costly affair. This is because they provide a forum for nations to resolve their differences peacefully. We can't afford to be complacent or to think that war is something that only happens in far-off battlefields. The truth is that war is all around us, and it is only going to become more prevalent in the years to come. So it's up to us to be prepared and to work towards a more peaceful world. Because let's face it, the alternative is just horrible to contemplate. They also play an important role in providing humanitarian aid, and in some cases, they can impose sanctions and even authorize the use of force to maintain international security. But now with precision-guided munitions, drones, and cyber weapons, conflicts can be resolved quickly and with fewer losses. For example, the recent war in Gaza between Israel and Hamas was one of the deadliest in the past few decades. But even so, the total number of casualties was less than half of what it was in the 2006 Lebanon war between Israel and Hezbollah. So what does this mean for the future of war? Well, here are 5 predictions for what we can expect to see in the years to come. This is because new technologies are making it easier than ever to project power and influence abroad. For example, the use of economic sanctions, trade wars, and soft power tactics like cultural exchanges and foreign aid will become more common. Prediction no. 1. There will be more wars, but not necessarily more casualties. We're all familiar with the traditional battle space of land, sea, and air. But in the future, war will also be fought in cyberspace and outer space. This is already happening. During the war in Ukraine, for example, both Russia and Ukraine have conducted cyber attacks against each other's infrastructure. And in the South China Sea, China has been building artificial islands to project its power and control strategic waterways. Prediction no. 2. The future of war will be fought in 3 dimensions. Prediction no. 3. The line between war and peace will become increasingly blurred. Prediction no. 4. The nature of warfare is changing. Prediction no. 5. The role of the United Nations and other international organizations will become more important in the future of war. So what does all this mean for us? Well, it means that the future of war will be more complex and more challenging than ever before.